Hey guys, welcome. Yeah, so as I said in the video on properties of sigma, this double sums video is technically about a fourth property of sigma, and this fourth property is this. So here we see that we can go from a double sum to a product of sums. So this is not just a cool and interesting property, but a very useful property, which, for example, I use in my video on the Gaussian integral. There, in that video, I said that I would one day make a video explaining this property, and here's that day. Okay, so let's look at an example to make sense of this. Suppose that we have this left-hand side. By this property here, we know that it would equal this right-hand side here, right? So to demonstrate that this is true, let's first work with the left-hand side. So when we work with the left-hand side, since we have a double sum, we need to first take care of the inner sigma. So the sigma inside, and the sigma inside involves the b sub k's, right? So taking care of that first, we see that we have to leave the a sub j's alone, because this k index does not involve the a sub j's at all. It only involves the b sub k's. So taking care of the b sub k's, we have j equals 1 to 3 of a sub j times b sub 2, because we start with k equals 2, so there, and then plus a sub j, and then times b sub 3 is next, and finally a sub j and b sub 4 is last, right? Okay, cool. So now here, all we have to take care of is the a sub j's, starting with j equals 1. So when j equals 1, we'll have a1 b2 plus a1 b3 plus a1 b4. And then we'll have plus, when j is 2, we'll have a2 b2 plus a2 b3 plus a2 b4. Plus, finally, when j is 3, we'll have a3 b2 plus a3 b3 plus a3 b4. And so that'd be this. On the other hand, if we worked with this right-hand side instead, we know that the right-hand side here, which is this here, is the same thing as taking care of this sigma, taking care of that sigma, and then multiplying them together. But taking care of this sigma just means adding a1, a2, and a3, and taking care of this sigma means adding b2, b3, and b4. And when we multiply this here, unsurprisingly, we get this, which is the same as what we had. And therefore, at least with this example, we've demonstrated this property. This is not a proof, but it's a demonstration that this property works. Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, so the next video will be 5 examples that will be harder practices of sigma notation, yeah? And that's it, as I promised before, so look out for those videos. Otherwise, take care.